Good morning. Welcome to Tea Time with Tanya. I'm Tanya. How you doing today? Today is Wednesday, August 17th, 2022. Happy 15th birthday to my eldest grandchild. Happy birthday, sweetheart. I love you. Happy birthday. Let's start today off with a blessing, shall we? Dear universe, dear creator, dear spirit guides, please give us a blessing for this Wednesday, the 17th of August, 2022. Yeah. Huh? Look at this. It's a cherry tree. This is a blessed season. Each season of your life is a gathering of precious moments. Each one has its purpose, unique beauty, challenges, and blessings. Everything is always unfolding in accordance with the divine will of your soul. All is a blessing and forever blessed. Namaste. Let me read this one more time. A blessed season. Each season of your life is a gathering of precious moments. Each one has its purpose, unique beauty, challenges, and blessings. Everything is always unfolding in accordance with the divine will of your soul. All is a blessing and forever blessed. Namaste. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Oh my goodness, I got some good ones today. And guys, I know. Oh my goodness. Like I said, get your popcorn, get your Snuggie. We are in it. We are on this roller coaster ride. Put your hands up. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Just enjoy it from up here. Don't enjoy it from the floor seats. Disassociate yourself from all this mess that is going on. Disassociate yourself. Do not put yourself in the middle of anything, guys. Right now, especially, we need to be, like I keep saying, keep your head on a swivel. The closer that they get to putting Donnie in irons, the more crazy his base is going to act. And guys, they are. The flags have gone back up. The flags have gone back up. Trump 2024 has gone back up. So let's start this off with this first question. And let's see. I want to know who asked it. But, oh my goodness. I think it might have been Mickey. I'm not sure. Mickey or Denny. One of my fellas asked this question. Is the Donald going to announce his run for the presidency now? Is he going to use this to announce his run for the presidency, to gin up his base, guys? Is 45 going to use this situation to announce his run for the presidency? We go Tarot Universe. Tarot spirit guides, ancestors, please answer these questions. Speak clearly. Speak clearly. Will the Donald announce his run for the presidency of the United States to try to gin up his base? Hey, we had a jumper. Let's see. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Yes, he is going to. Oh my goodness, guys, and this is part of his plans. This is part of his contingency plans. If he can't escape, he's going to try to run for president. He's going to try to take it again. And knowing he will lose, he is just going to announce his run so that his base will be loyal to him, will fight the United States to keep him out of prison. Yes, the Donald is going to announce his run for presidency. If Merrick doesn't hurry up and arrest him on something, he is going to. He is going to announce his run for the presidency. He is going to announce his run for the presidency so that he can try to deflect all these criminal investigations that he is under. It's not going to work. Guys, he's going to use it as a power play. He is going to use it as a power play. He's going to use it to get all of his base back on his side, and he's going to try to pretend to be the emperor that he wants to be. Yes, he needs to be charged with treason, because once he is charged with treason, he will not be able to run for the presidency. Guys, right now, we're in a fight against the clock. The DOJ is infighting. Again, this is coming down to, it was a former president. We don't want to do this. Understand, America, letting a despot go is saying that the United States is no better than Russia, is no better than Venezuela. If we let him get away with it, we are no better than the worst despot countries. Hold him accountable. No one is above the law. If you want to prove how great America is, indict a former president. Show that nobody is above the law. Prove that your justice system is worth the water that is worth the spit it takes to cuss it. That's all I've got to say. So, it's a foolish endeavor. But remember, this card can become anything. Can become anything, and we are dealing with the Donald. Now, yes, the tide has changed. It has changed. But the darkness is still fighting. So, the answer, will the Donald throw his bid in for the presidency? Will he decide to run for president again in 2024? Yes is the answer. Okay, my next question is from Snoopdoggiedog. Snoopdoggiedog was the one who asked the question. It was right there. Thank you for that question, Snoopdoggiedog. Okay. Second part of that question, and it kind of got answered in there. Will 45 try to actually escape justice? Will he try to flee the country? Will 45 attempt to flee the country? Especially now that they have returned his passports. Guys, I know I had told you they were going to get him. I didn't know they were going to give him back the next day. But they did get him. And understand what they did with those passports when they took them. And this was somebody else's question about what they did with the passports. They searched them. Now remember, the passports will let the feds know everywhere Donnie has been since he's had those passports. Everywhere. Where he was and when he was there. That is hard evidence. That is hard evidence that can be used to link him to other crimes. If he was in the area, if he was using his personal plane to ferry people to and from, yes. So them seizing his passports was for evidence. Yes, they gave him back. So we are still in the we're in the possibility of him, because he can still legally travel right now. So we are in the possibility of him trying to disappear. Here we go. Will 45, will old Donnie boy, try to escape justice now that he's got his passports back? Will he try to run and hide? Will 45 try to escape justice? Will 45 try to escape justice? Of course he's going to try to escape justice. He is going to use everything at his disposal. He's going to abuse the court system. Guys, this is a gift. This is a gift. This is a rival approach, a gift. Donnie's day in court is coming. We have to hold on to that faith. He is going to do everything he can. He is going to use all the money that he can gin up, that is at his disposal, that he can liquefy. Everything that he can do, he will do to try to keep himself out of prison. We already know that this strength card, when we're talking about the Donald, is abuse of power. He abused his power when he was president. He is abusing his power as a private citizen. He is using his former title to still try to overthrow the United States government. The thing that is going to be against him is everybody is expecting him to try to run away. So the fact of the matter is that the Donald is under closer watch than we can imagine right now. And guys, understand, he got to choose his his Secret Service people. The Donald only chooses people who are loyal to him. So understand that if the Donald wanted to try to allow the Saudis to help him escape, but I already told you that. The Saudis already said to him, if he can get to Saudi Arabia, they'll keep him and won't send him back. They won't extradite him. That's the deal that the Saudis made with the Donald. Remember, the Donald already has a whole Trump Towers in Saudi Arabia. So he don't even have to go find a place to live. He already has a building with his name on it. Understand what we're doing here. So the Saudis told the Donald, if you can get here, we'll keep you. We won't extradite you. So the Donald is a flight risk. However, the Donald is being watched like a hawk. And the way to stop it would be to arrest him, to charge him with anything, because then his passport could be seized. I feel like Merrick Garland and the DOJ and possibly some other agencies are dragging their feet on this because they're so worried about what the indictment of a former president could mean. In the same breath, what does failing to indict a criminal really mean for America? Because it'll do much more damage to let him get away with it than to hold him accountable. If we hold him accountable, we might dissuade others from attempting to do what he did. Okay. My next question, what is the fate of Lindsey Graham? Lindsey is having a hard time, y'all. Lindsey has been fighting to not have to testify in front of the Georgia special jury. He's trying to use the court. He is actually saying, I am a sitting senator. You can't hold me accountable for the things that I did. Guys, understand how much they actually believe they are above the law, and how much you are going to see them try to use the defense that they are a sitting senator. I'm a very important person, Your Honor. You can't hold me accountable for the lies that come out of my mouth, for the threats I make against other sitting officials. You can't hold me accountable, Your Honor. I'm a very important person. What is going to happen to Lindsey Graham? Guys, this is one man that I really hope that the justice system takes it as far as it can and at least puts Lindsey in jail for contempt. Make him sit 24, 48, 72 hours in an 8x8 cell by his lonesome. Let him get a little taste of what jail feels like. Taro, tell us. Give us the fate of Lindsey Graham. Lindsey is a warrior. He is steadfast. Now that he is on Team Trump, because he done sold his soul, he can't get off. He cannot get off the train. It is going to lead to his ultimate demise. Okay, guys. This is good. I love Taro. There it is. There's Lindsey. Lindsey is, I will do anything that Donald tells me to do. Even though I said that he was the worst person to ever exist, and that if we allowed him to become president, then we would deserve everything that we get because of it. These are Lindsay's own words. And this shows what a coward, what a stripe this polecat has down his back. He ain't nothing but vermin. He is a lying, conniving critter. We'll just call him a critter, okay? His fealty is to whoever has the power. Lindsay is a prostitute for power. He will bend over for whoever can give him what he wants. What comes out of his mouth will change every second. Lindsay is about to lose everything. Everything. He's going to lose his seat because he is going to get charged with crimes against the United States. Yes, he is. And if he decides to go in front of the grand jury and lie, then we can add perjury on top of it too. Lindsay's going to jail. Let's all give Tarot a round of applause. Lindsay is going to spend some time in jail for trying to protect bad people, for trying to protect criminals. He is going to get exactly what he's got coming. This is the end for old Lindsey Graham. This is the end for him. And he did it to himself. He should have stayed with his buddy John. He should have tried to have some morals. But no, Lindsay has always been a prostitute. He will sell himself to whoever thinks can give him the most. Whoever can make him look the best. Whoever can give him where he can get the invites to the special parties. Or somebody that can make him look better than the sponge, cretin, nasty thing that he is. Okay? And that's what he is. His judgment is coming, and he is not going to be able to get out of it. Again, we got another 10. This is the end of Lindsey Graham. He can sit there and prop up the Republican Party all he wants to. Guess what, Lindsey? You're a little man in the grand scheme of things. They don't even mind throwing your behind in jail. You're going to be embarrassed. All the stuff that's coming for you, all the secrets, all the mystery, yeah, you about to get it, buddy. You about to get it. All right? All the money, all the lies, all the things that you've done to protect the GOP, just so y'all could have the money and the power. And that's what it's about. Lindsay does everything to have the money and the power. And he is going to lose it all. He is going to lose. You about to lose your job. You about to lose your job. You about to lose your job. Lindsey Graham, prepare to step down from the Senate, you cretin. You are about to lose your job. My next question is from Spirits Beyond the Stars. Spirits would like to know. Spirit says, the indictments have been released. Who are the search warrants for? Like I told you guys, Merrick Garland is working in reverse. So we're at the Mueller report. So those folks who did not get arrested when they were supposed to, when the Mueller report was released 5 years ago, are about to get their warrants. The ones that did not get a pardon from the Donald are about to get their indictments for what happened long time ago. See, this is the thing. This is what's going to confuse a whole lot of people, because everybody's just thinking about January 6th. Merrick Garland is looking at the entire picture. And like I said, he's working in reverse. So the indictments that are going to fly now do not have anything to do, well, the majority of them do not have anything to do with January 6th. They have everything to do with crimes that were committed against the United States. So these are going to be people associated with Roger Stone, Mike Pompeo, Mike Flynn. Okay? These are the type of people that these arrest warrants are going to go after. The ones that, but see, those 3 names that I just mentioned, I do believe all of them received a pardon. However, you must be charged with a crime before you can receive a pardon for it. You have to be charged with a crime to be pardoned from something. This blanket pardon that they think is going to work is not going to work. There is rules written about the pardon. And Donnie thinks just because he can say anything that he can change the rules. And this is actually how he's running his defense. Well, if I say it's declassified, it's declassified. If I say they're pardoned for helping me commit crimes, then they're pardoned. But they're not. They were not arrested for those crimes. They were not charged with those crimes. So Donnie's blanket pardon is no good, especially now that he is not the president. It's going to get broken down, guys. It's going to get broken down. Danielle has a question. Does 45's attorneys know that he lied about all those documents? And will they lose their law licenses for going everywhere just spreading his lies? Number one, guys. Now, I looked because I saw a headline that said one of Donnie's attorneys had embarrassed themselves. So I clicked on this link and I watched this supposed lawyer of about, she must have been, 25, 26 years old, heavily made up young lady on, I think it was on Fox. Didn't have a clue. Everything that was coming out of her mouth was just jumbled garbage. Understand, guys, Donnie don't pay his lawyers. Never has. He stiffs every single attorney person that works for him. The reason he's got children on the television that can't even read properly yet, trying to defend him, speaks volumes. He does not have quality attorneys. He doesn't. He has a bunch of he has a bunch of fluffers who will go out there and say anything. Look at that old Kraken chick. Look at old Rudy Giuliani. Rudy's so broke, his wife is suing him. Telling the judge to throw his dead beat butt in jail. Why? And what did Rudy do? He complained, Donald, I'm your lawyer. Can you please pay me so that I can pay my bills? This is what happens to every person who associates themselves with the Donald. He takes everything he can from them. Their liberty, their freedom, their voice. He takes their dignity from them. He forces them to grovel in front of him for a promise of nothing. Donnie's not loyal to nobody. The only one that he was maybe partially loyal to was Ivanka. And that's only because he wants to get in her pants. All of Donnie's attorneys have already lost. They're not being paid. The ones that he have now are not intelligent. I don't know how they passed the bar anywhere. That one girl that was on Fox could barely read. And she was like 12. And you can look at her and see why Donnie chose her as his attorney. Because she looked like a Barbie doll. She looked like a 12-year-old Barbie doll. And that's who he chooses to throw out in front of America as his voice. Do 45's lawyers know that the Donald is a liar? You gotta be kidding me. They're doing this whole thing. It doesn't matter. He's our client. We represent our client. So yeah, they know he's a liar. They don't care because they think they're going to get paid for it. And they're too dumb to walk away from it. They are going to be made poor. They're going to lose, Danielle. They're going to lose. They're going to lose. They're going to be poor. They will never be hired by a reputable law firm after this. They are sealing their own fates. Yes, the lawyers that represent the Don and his lies will suffer greatly because no reputable law firm will touch them after this. My next question is from Laura I. Will the DOJ share information about what evidence they received from Mar-a-Lago? Will the DOJ share evidence with the January 6th committee? Will the DOJ share evidence with the January 6th committee? Guys, yes and no. Merrick Garland will declassify, and this is important. He will declassify anything that is important to the January 6th committee that will not alter or affect any investigations that he currently has over. So anything that the January 6th committee gets from Merrick Garland is going to be extremely low-hanging fruit. Something that if he gives them extra evidence is not going to have any effect on the investigations that he is currently doing. This is going to be frustrating for some people because Merrick Garland has information that everybody wants to know. However, Americans, stop it. This is an investigation. These are crimes that are being investigated. If Merrick Garland told us every step he was taking and who he was looking at, a whole bunch of people would disappear and would not face justice. A whole bunch of people working in departments would start to try to sabotage these investigations. Silence and secrecy is paramount. We will know what we need to know. We will know what we need to know on a need-to-know basis. Nobody is going to force Merrick Garland to give up any more information than he wants to. So all these people who are requesting FOIA documents, it's going to be slapped down because this is an ongoing investigation and people do not have a need to know. Just because we're curious, just because it's about a former president, does not mean that every move that the Department of Justice makes is public. It can't be. Otherwise, justice would never be served. If the criminals knew the cops were coming, and they knew which direction they were coming from, and they knew who they had already talked to, we would never catch the criminals. All right. My next question is from Denny. Denny would like to know, how are the evangelical preachers receiving the information now that they actually know that the Donald is a criminal? How are the evangelical preachers going to behave now that it's undeniable that Don is a con? What will the evangelical preachers do? How will the evangelicals behave now that they have no plausible deniability? The Donald is a crook and they know it. And they know they have been promoting the devil in their houses of worship. A liar, a traitor, a thief. One that has broken all of their commandments. How will the evangelical base react? Guys, the card that jumped out and flipped over. The devil. Force, fatality, ruin. Let's see what else Tarot's got to say. How are these evangelical preachers gonna act now that old Donnie boy has been found out to be the monster that he is? Wow. Okay. Oh my goodness. They're gonna continue this fight. They're gonna continue this fight. They're not tired of it yet. They're beaten, broken. They will continue to foster the lie. They will continue to promote the Donald. Because it's not about right and wrong. It's not about what their God's will is. It's not about being true to what they say they believe, following the 10 Commandments. Not falling victim to following men of influence. This is the hypocrisy. The churches are already losing members because of the politics being spewed from the pulpit. And the people who are waking up, and a lot of young people who just don't want anything to do with organized religion because of the hypocrisy, because of the lies, and because it is just a way for institutions to take your money and tell you that it is God's will that you give 10% of your hard-earned money, even though the government has already taken 35% of it. Now you get to give an extra 10% of it to the church so that your preacher can drive a Bentley, so that your reverend can live in a multi-million-dollar mansion, while the poor people in your area, neighborhood, providences are still homeless. And your rich church is doing nothing to help them. Okay? So the question was, how are the evangelicals receiving the info that Don is actually a con? They don't care. They already knew who he was. They let the snake in the house. They know he's a con man. And they, in turn, by embracing him, show that they are con people as well. And I'm going to call a spade a spade. The devil's in the details. They don't care. They don't care. They will preach their hate, vitriol, lies, straight from the pulpit, and look you dead in your eyes while they do it, and sit there and promote a whoremongering liar who tried to overthrow the United States of America, who is actively putting his base's lives in danger. Okay? It's not just one dude dead now. It's a couple. He's got his base picking up guns and sticking them in police officers' faces. It's going to turn out all bad. It's going to turn out all bad. My next question. This is Denny's too. Will the U.S. ever truly embrace socialism, or will we continue to fight to remain slaves to money and the rich? Will we continue to fight to be where we are? Or will we embrace socialism like other European countries? You know, that big scary socialism word? That's how they have universal health care in their countries. That's what old scary socialism does. Old scary socialism makes it possible that every single living person in a country, whether they are a citizen of that country or just visiting, if they get sick or injured or hurt, that they can go to a hospital or doctor's office and receive care for little to no money. America is the only one that says, nope, you're an American, pick yourself up by your bootstraps. I don't care if you just got both of your legs blown off. Pick yourself up, get a job, get 3 jobs, pay your medical bills. I don't care if you're in an iron lung. You need to find a way to support yourself, because that's not the government's job. That's what America says to its citizens. Where the rest of the European Union, the rest of the industrialized world actually puts a little value on its citizens and says, you know what? When we have a healthy population, we have a healthy country, and it costs less to keep our people healthy. It costs our country less to keep our people healthy than it does to make them sick. Understand, that's why certain fast foods are not allowed in Europe. Certain things like, come on, Subway bread. And we look at Subway like it's the healthy choice of fast food. Europe will not let Subway bread, American Subway bread, in their country. They don't call it bread. They call it a pastry. There is so much sugar in American Subway bread, Subway rolls, that they cannot be classified as bread by the Europeans. No, it is, and they won't allow it into their country. They had to change their whole bread for them to sell it at their Subways in Europe. Can't use American. And that goes for a lot of things. Our pizza crust. Why? Because it's toxic. It's poison. Understand what I said on Monday about addiction. American fast foods are addictive because they are loaded with sugar and salt. Two things that affect the brain and keep people addicted. Keep people craving. And that's what America works on. They work on people's weaknesses and exploit them and turn them into addictions and then exploit them some more. So let's ask, will America ever start working for the people instead of for the dollar bill? There is a possibility. Yes, and guys, this goes back to what I was saying, when our government changes. But it's going to take us making serious moves and taking power away from some people. But America is still it's about the dollar until we start putting stock into people. We're going to lose. My next question is from Dakota and from Marie S. It's a two-part question. Marie says, many psychics don't see the tangerine nightmare in jail. And Dakota would like to know, is he going to wiggle out of this? Is he going to wiggle out of this somehow? So, let's deal with is the Don going to go to jail? I'll ask this every day. As the energy stands right now, will we see the Donald go to prison? As the energy stands right now, will we see the Donald go to jail? Let me shuffle. I just want to make sure we don't keep getting the same old cards. Will we see the Donald go to jail? Every day. It's going to change every day, guys. It's going to change because the Donald is changing. What he is planning is changing. However, excuse me. We have a gift coming. Okay? We have a gift coming, a rival approach. We are going to be given a gift. And I'm going to hold faith that this gift is that the Donald will face justice. Now, this is going to jail. This is not getting arrested. And these are two very different questions. Like I keep saying, guys, I feel like as soon as they say, as soon as he's arrested and he knows he's actually going to face prison time, I think that's when he's going to go ahead and take his leave of this planet. He's going to go out toes up. I believe that's his plan. If he cannot escape, if he cannot pull a Machiavelli, and if he cannot get himself on the ballot for president again, he is going to try to disappear. And guys, him putting himself on the ballot kind of sticks him in the United States. And it sticks him with a whole new Secret Service. So if he puts himself on the ballot, he's going to hurt himself further, because he's going to literally bind his own self. He's going to make it almost impossible for him to escape. So the choices that he makes going from here on, guys, this is the butterfly effect. This is the butterfly effect, because every choice that he makes is going to affect the outcome in some way. Every choice that he makes. If he decides to run, it's going to change the outcome. If he decides to try to flee, it's going to change the outcome. But as it stands right now, we have a gift coming. We are going to receive what it is that we desire. Guys, this is going to be Christmas. Whether or not he actually gets locked up inside a jail cell, we have to actually kind of put that out of our mind. What we need to ask for is justice. That justice be served. Because understand, guys, like I say, I don't see him being alive to actually serve any time. He's almost an octogenarian. He's almost 80. He is in his late 70s. Okay, he's already an old man. Got to think what happens. The stress, the shock, everything. He gone. Okay? Don't worry about it. We got two gifts here. The stinky fish. You know, this stuff is about the rich. And in his, it's all about money and power. But like I said, he is going to face his karma. Whether or not he actually goes to jail is almost irrelevant. Because like I said, I don't see him surviving long enough to serve any real time. What is going to be much more satisfying for us is when they arrest him and they tell him, no, now you can't run for president. And they take his passports again and don't give them back. Understand, until they arrest him for something, they can't hold his passports. They have to charge him with something. They have to deem him a flight risk. And until that is done, they're actually giving him the opportunity to take off. All right, my next question. Oh, second part of this question that Dakota and Marie want to know. Is he going to wiggle out of this like he's wiggled out of everything? Is Teflon Don going to wiggle out of this somehow? Oh, please, Merrick, don't let that happen. And Merrick Garland could stop that right now. But guys, like I said, Merrick Garland is playing a long game. He is playing three-dimensional chess. Donnie's playing hopscotch. So let's give Merrick Garland the benefit of the doubt. Let's give him some trust that he knows what he's doing, that he's not going to sell us down the river, that he's not going to be a Bill Barr. Okay? Will the Donald wiggle out? Will he wiggle out of his consequences? Will he get away with what he has done to America? Will he get away with all these crimes that we now know he has committed? Guys, and these are serious crimes. These are serious crimes. This is espionage. This is treason. Will the Don wiggle out of these charges? No. Oh my goodness. I'm going to need clarification. Yes or no? Yes or no? Will the Donald wiggle out of these charges? Okay, guys. Dang. Alright. Let me show you what I got here. Will the Donald find a way to wiggle out of these charges? What tarot is saying right now. Okay, and I'm going to read these cards so that I don't get this wrong. First card, we get the Page of Swords, the spy in the camp. This is the whistleblower. In front, we have the Seven of Cups, the illusion delusion. Now you see me, now you don't. I'm getting Machiavelli vibes off of this. I am truly feeling that it's not so much that he is going to wiggle out of it, is that he is going to try to find a way to disappear. This is the GOP fighting against sanity, fighting against the Department of Justice. And this is the world watching all of this unfold. However, this is a yes. This is a great big yes. And the question was, will Donnie wiggle out of it? That's still a yes. So the tarot is saying he's going to try to find a way to get out of this. What's in front of him in his near future? He gets the Empress. Now, this is secrets and mystery. We already know that the Saudis have promised him a safe haven if he can get there. So, this is all with how he's going to try. Guys, like I said, he may try to pull a Machiavelli. He may try to pull a Machiavelli. Pretend that he's dead and then just disappear off the face of the earth. This sixth card is the Seven of Swords. The sneak thief trying to get away. Trying to get away with something. Trying to get away. Donnie is going to try to flee. Donnie is going to try to flee before they can arrest him. He knows what's coming and he does not want to face it. He is going to try to flee. He is going to use everything at his disposal to try to get out of Dodge. Again, the GOP is going to be fighting the Department of Justice on Donnie's behalf. All of this stuff, this next coup, this rising up, this aggression from the right. This is all a part of the plans that are unfolding. Guys, understand. Every time Merrick gets closer to the Don is going to change his plans. He's got contingency number 1, contingency number 2, contingency number 3. Okay? He's got the run for president. He's got the run away from the United States. And he's got well, let's just pretend I'm dead. And don't put it past him, guys. The word Machiavelli is not just coming out of my mouth just because I know who Machiavelli is. The word Machiavelli is coming out of my mouth is because that is something that the Donald, and not just the Donald, would like to turn into a reality. If he could turn himself into a ghost and just disappear and be able to live out the rest of his days golfing and picking his butt and eating cheeseburgers, that's exactly what he would do. Now, the clarifying cards that I asked, I got the 5 of Wands, the 2 of Wands, the fighting and him wanting to maintain control. And that's what this is, holding the world in his hand, wanting to maintain control over his destiny. Then we get this end card. This is the card for the, this is my Democrat happy family card. But this is an end. Things coming to an end. And we got the magic card again. Now, we all thought that Vodka's protection had worn off, that it was not there. I really feel that what this is saying is that the Donald is going to try, or he may even be successful in trying to escape his justice, to flee the United States. Alright? I hate to do that to y'all. But sorry, Dakota and Marie. But if he wiggles out of it, the way that he will wiggle out of it will be to disappear, to pull a Machiavelli, to go into hiding. And if he goes into hiding, we already know that it will be in Saudi Arabia. So yes, he's going to try to wiggle out of it, Dakota and Marie. He's going to try. Whew. Okay, this question is from Spirits Beyond the Stars. Spirits Beyond the Stars was talking about the FBI finding a whole bunch of sex trafficked kids and adults. In the article that I looked up, there was 84 sex trafficked kids, 37 missing kids, and 141 sex trafficked adults that were recovered in the Indianapolis area, that the Department of Justice has recovered and are returning to their lives, are returning to freedom. Need to talk about this. This is one of the worst crimes that goes on in America, and it is the sex trafficking of children and adults. It's the human trafficking, the human slave trade that goes on in America, and that's what it is. People are trafficked for multiple reasons. To be domestic servants, to be nannies, yes, and this is where everybody needs to keep their eyes open, okay, and understand the horrors that go on in America, the horrors that could be happening right next door to you. People are kidnapped from their countries and forced into servitude, forced into slave labor, forced into sex labor, forced into the sex trade. Men, women, children, boys and girls. Nannies is a popular one. Young women, old women being kidnapped, beaten, coerced, and then sold to families to be a live-in maid, a live-in nanny, not receiving any pay, basically just living in a house with people, being their complete slave and taking care of their children. This happens much, much more than people want to think it does. I'm going to give you a prime example. Think of some of your very, very, very wealthy people who have a staff of live-in servants. A staff of live-in servants. These people don't have any families. They don't have a home to return to. They are on call 24 hours a day, day and night. There's much more slavery in America than we would like to admit to. We have to open our eyes to see it. We have to open our hearts to see it. You may be seeing a trafficked person every single day. You may talk to them at the park while they're watching the little children that they sit for. And they're always quiet and reserved. And they never have anything different. Look around and pay attention to what's going on. You walk by slaves every day. You walk by missing and endangered people every day. Open your heart's eye so that you can see and feel what's going on around you. This is serious. And I'm stopping and discussing this because it's important. I live in Las Vegas. This is the child sex trafficking capital of the world. What other place in America can you go out at midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. and see young children walking with adults down the strip? What kind of irresponsible adult would be dragging a child down the strip, walking at 1, 2, or 3 o'clock in the morning? What you're seeing is a pimp and a prostituted child. Open your eyes to see what is happening. Open your heart's eye to feel what is happening. This is important. And we have to look at things. And sometimes we got to make noise. And sometimes we got to call the law if we don't think something is right. And I know it's like, oh, well, that's them, black people who have white children are going to be targeted. So why don't we flip the switch? Why don't we ask, why does a white man have a black child? Why is it always because black people have white kids? I mean, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. If we're going to ask the question, let's ask it of everybody, not just certain people. Let's ask it of everybody. All right. So, this is a reality in America. Slavery, because these trafficking, this is all organized slavery. And it is going on in America every day, around you, everywhere. I think this last question is from, this is not the last one. What will America do to the traitors for January 6th? What will America do to the traitors of January 6th? Will America hold them accountable? Will America hold the traitors Will America hold the traitors accountable? Just ask it that way. Yes. We're going to go through it though, guys. But in the end, yes. And maybe not all of them, because some of them are going to wiggle out, as we just seen. But for the most part, yeah. The people who are already indicted, the people who are being indicted, will face their justice. The biggest fish are the ones we have to worry about. Last question. Will Ivana's grave casket be exhumed? This is the last time I'm going to ask this question. So y'all pay attention. Stop asking me this. Will Ivana's casket be exhumed? Will her grave be opened up? Will Ivana's grave be exhumed? Will Ivana's grave be exhumed? Will Ivana's grave be exhumed? I think I shuffled them good enough this time. Will Ivana's grave be exhumed? Here we go. Oh my goodness. Yes. Ivana's grave is going to be exhumed. Merrick wants to know what's in the box. What's in the box? What's in the box? Merrick wants to know what's in the box. All right, guys. This has been my reading for the 17th of August. I have availabilities for private readings. If you would like a private reading from me, they are $25. Only $25, so that anybody can afford a reading. Okay, nobody has to save or scrimp or suffer to get a reading. Contact me at psychictanya9@gmail.com. I have 4 wands left. If you would like to purchase a wand, I need to get over there and take the ones down that have been sold. But I have 4 wands left. If you would like to purchase a wand, go over to my community page and you can see pictures of them. And also the sachets. I custom make sachets for whatever you need. Protection, Mercury, retrograde, money drawing, finding love, finding lost items, just for to feel whole. Whatever you would like a sachet to do for you, I will custom craft it. Again, and those are only $10 plus $2 postage. So if you would like a sachet, reach out to me at psychictanya9@gmail.com, and I will make it handcrafted especially for you. Okay, guys. I love you. I love you. The weather, woo, it's about to get crazy. We have got all kinds of stuff going on. We have got threats of hurricanes. We got threats of a nor'easter. We got threats of snow in August, okay? It's crazy. We got wildfires popping off everywhere. Guys, hang on. Again, if you are traveling, make sure that you put emergency provisions in your vehicle, even though it's still technically summer. Right now, the weather is fixing to do a 360 on us. We are going to go from summer to winter in a heartbeat. Understand, people can get caught in flash floods. People can get caught in wildfires. People can get stuck on freeways for hours and hours because of massive crashes, because of slick highways and storms that pop up, horrible storms that pop up out of nowhere, that completely flood roads, okay, where cars are getting washed off the road. It's raining so hard. Prepare. Keep a blanket in your car. Keep water in your car. Keep some type of snack food, something you don't really like, so that you won't eat it, so that it'll be there when you need it. Okay, guys, winter is coming. Prepare, prepare, prepare. This winter is not going to be fun for anyone. And right now, our weather is completely bipolar. We have everything that you can imagine. Every type of weather that you can envision has the possibility of happening this week. All right? So keep your eyes open. Be aware of your surroundings because of the crazies. Be aware when you're driving because of the weather. Be aware. Just be aware. Don't be scared. Be prepared. Be prepared for everything. Because right now is when we need to be prepared for anything. And guys, take your emotions out of what is going on in the news. Disassociate yourself. We are on a teeter-totter. We are on a roller coaster. It's going to go backwards and forwards, up and down. Every day we're going to be dealing with something different. And every day the energy is going to be different. Remember, the flap of a butterfly's wings can change the fate for a day, a week, a year, forever. And we are in an ever-changing scenario until somebody decides to arrest the Donald. We are going to be on this roller coaster, because every day that he remains a free man, he is free to cause more chaos and havoc. I love you guys. I love you. I love you. Have a fantastic Wednesday. Namaste, guys. Bye-bye.